Hey, what's good, everybody? It's your boy, Tony Max. Y'all know I do it to the max. Coming back at y'all again with another fantastic episode of Truth to Life, where we discuss real life issues that affect real life people in real everyday life. Well, in today's issue, we're going to discuss why are so many younger women choosing older men. And when I say older men, I mean late 30s, between late 30s and maybe even early 50s if the guys look good and are in shape. Like, what? You gotta be kidding me, Tony. Nah, it's real. And I'm gonna tell you why. So, go grab your pen and your pad so you can join us. Okay? Come on, let's dig in. Okay, you guys. I remember thousands of years ago, when I was just a little tyke, I grew up around men. I got to see many men on a regular basis. In my household, I had my grandfather and my uncle, and other uncles that used to visit regularly. I had used to see the other boys' fathers throughout the neighborhood, full of them in my neighborhood. I grew up in pretty much lower middle class America, or maybe mid-middle class, and this was how I came up. So there were fathers in almost every home. I want to say maybe between 88 to 90% of the homes, there were men, fathers. And we used to go riding go-karts and mini bikes, four-wheelers. We used to go fishing. We used to go hunting. Man, it was a group of us, like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us, 6 kids at a time. And we'll go off on little kid adventures in the bushes and trees, and we were just doing kid stuff, little boy stuff, slingshots. We had a blast. Well, during that time, we learned a lot of things. We learned social interactions between men. Sometimes we had fights. We just did things. We played football in the streets, tackle football in the street, where we tackle each other in the grass if you got too close to the curb, and then we tackle you into the grass. Well, we did manly stuff. We did boy things, climbing trees, bow and arrows, basketball, soccer, you name it, stuff, any kind of thing that you can think of, you name it. We climbing fences, whatever. Well, we had those experiences as a group and as individuals. It cultivated us into being men, the young men. Some of us made bad decisions. Some of us made better decisions. Some of us made great decisions. But we're all men. What do you mean, Tony Max? What are you getting at? Well, I said that to say this. The guys that have come up in the last 2 generations of men, a lot of these guys are really feminine. And what I mean by that is that they don't know how to, many of them, if not most of them, don't know how to move like a man. They don't choose like men. They don't behave overall. They don't carry themselves like the men of my generation. And the reason why is because there was a major shift. More and more fatherless homes have been more and more pervasive throughout our communities. And what it engendered was this generation, these generations of softer guys, men that dudes that just rather shoot than fight. We used to have fights. We'll post up and, hey, win or lose, no problem. Busted lip, black eye, whatever, no problem. But because the boys are in the house on video games or on their phones, no one's outside anymore fishing. No one's outside anymore hunting. No one's outside anymore just doing little boy stuff to where the little boys group up together and they go off into the not necessarily the woods, but just go exploring in the alleys, in the backyards, climbing the trees, building clubhouses, tree houses, things like that, playing in the dirt, the mud, whatever, building stuff, breaking stuff, doing little boy stuff, going on bike rides with other groups of little boys. I mean, these are things that are requisite for children as they're little boys in the process of forming their personalities. And because these generations were so sheltered, everyone's in the house on the internet doing whatever they were doing, then they lack a lot of these skills. They don't know how to fight hand-to-hand, real man combat. I had a dude, look, I'm gonna tell y'all this. I had a situation with my son's mother where the dude that she chose was from a different generation. She's younger than me. So the dude that she chose is from a different generation than I am. And the dude, he's a little taller, got a few more muscles. And I guess the bully thing must have worked for him until he felt these mule kickers. I hit the dude one time and she had to come save him. Literally. Ask the neighbors. I ain't gonna lie to you. She got on my back. I was drunk at the time, unfortunately, though. I'm not a drinker. And I still finished him. But she jumped on my back and I ended up falling and she bust my lip because she was on my back and scratched my forehead. But here's my point. My point is, younger women choose older men because we've been through some things. We have experience. We are seasoned in life. We know how to fix things. We have a little strength to us, so we know how to move things without hurting ourselves or needing the help of that woman. We know how to protect. Okay, so I have a question for everyone. Fellas and ladies who disagree with large age gaps, I got a video on that as well. What is a woman who's ready to get married and she's in her 20s, early to mid 20s, 24, 25, 26 or whatever. She's tried all the young guys her age out. She's tried out guys younger than her. She's tried out guys a little older than her, and none of them seem to be ready to settle down. Or they're too feminine, or both. What is she supposed to do if she really wants to be a wife? She's going to go with the next logical solution. And the next logical solution, let me date up. Let me date up higher in age. Maybe I'll go 15 years or 20 years. If this man looks good, he's healthy, he's in good condition, goes, works out at the gym, doesn't have a bunch of health conditions or anything, and he's taking care of his business, has his own, and he wants a wife, he's in the market for a wife, he's ready to settle down, well, that's the next logical conclusion. That's what she's gonna do. She's gonna choose that guy. So who cares if he's X amount of years older than her? If he looks good and she looks good and they like each other and they both want the same thing, marriage, a family, children, etc., a regular, normal, American pie, happy life, it's a wrap. It's done. That's the reason why younger women are choosing older men, because many of us have already went through that phase, the Playboy phase, where we trying to get all the pretty chicks, dating as many as we can, and whatever, and we've gotten it out of our system. Not all older men, but in general, 51% or higher. Most of us have gotten that out of our system. So now we're ready to chill. Problem is, for those of you ladies that think that I don't want to date older than me, etc., so over a certain number older than me or whatever, okay, that's fine, and that's your prerogative. However, you can choose your decision, but you can't choose the consequences that comes with that decision. All women have someone that they know, if not a few, that has chosen to date an older man. And in many of those situations, it's worked out a lot better than when they've chosen a younger guy. Not to say that there are not some younger guy exceptions, but on average, because we're more experienced, we've got all that out of our system already for the most part. most of us, then it's just a better choice. So, with that being said, I hope that you learned something. And if don't take my word for it, do your research. Think about the people that you know. Thanks for coming to the channel. Thanks for the continued support. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to support the channel. The links up under the video where it says show more or read more. Click on them. The music that you hear in the background is mine. You'll be able to see that link there as well. Any way you choose to support will be greatly appreciated. Till next we meet. P.L.A.Y.A salute to you, baby.